What's going on, No Horsing Around family? And the question of the day is playoffs. I know that sounds crazy. Like, can the Indianapolis Colts make the playoffs? Well, I kind of beat my head up against the wall for the last 24 hours. Is there even a path? The path to 10 wins. I think 10 wins with a tiebreaker over the Titans can possibly get you into the playoffs. And I kind of analyzed it and I went over it and I studied it. And I thought to myself, it's crazy that we're considered an 0-3 football team, a team that's not played very good at all. And in this team, making the playoffs. And I can hear Jim Moore in the back of my head, playoffs, dude, I get it 100%. But I thought it'd be a real cool thing to do a deep dive. I want you guys to like these comments up. Even if you disagree, agree, whatever you want to say in there, you guys are doing such a damn good job at lighting our comments up on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, like, share, rate, review, subscribe, join the No Horsing family. We're asking every single person to come in here. And you might think, well, Zach, you're doing a podcast every single day this week. And you're damn right I'm doing a podcast every single day this week. It's because, that's my Twitter handle, Colts Nation 365. That's all I'm about. I love this fan base. I love this football team, and I'll never give up, and I'll never stop, thinking about how can we make this thing turn around. So here we go. We're going to dive in. Our roadmap to 10 starts right now. So it's real simple, but it's not simple. We play in a bad division. You've got to win those division games, right? We got to go 5-0. We got to beat the Texans. We got to beat the Jags. We got to get the tiebreaker over the Titans. Minus that happening, it's just almost impossible to win 10 games. If you can't do that, can't take care of business in this division, and I don't care what anybody says, the Titans are not that good of a football team. They're just not, man. I mean, they're one-dimensional in my mind. Really good football teams. The team that I thought was going to show up last week would have basically just, negated Derrick Henry and then made Ryan Tannehill do what Ryan Tannehill does. If he's under duress, he throws the football away. He makes bonehead interceptions. That's why we got, 2 picks. He literally just gifted us the football. Unfortunately, health-wise, we couldn't do anything with it. That's on us. That's on our coaches. That's on our players. That's on everybody. That's for another time, day, and podcast. So here we go. You got to get those first 5 in the division. And then you've got some interesting situations and some scenarios with the rest of the teams. And it all starts this week. You got to get your first win against the Dolphins. That seems like one of the easiest victories that you're going to have. You're going against, a team that's not playing very good, and you're going against a quarterback who's not very good. We all full well know who Jacoby Brissett is. If you go out and lose to Jacoby Brissett, I think the wheels start coming off. I know a lot of people are going to talk about this Marlon Mack trade info that came out today and say, we're already kind of tank mode now. I think that has more to do with respect for Marlon Mack. And, Chris Ballard's all about draft picks. What better way to get in a draft pick than taking one of your hottest commodities who's not playing football for you and trading them and getting something? Now, let's have realistic expectations. You're not going to get anything better than a 5th, 6th round pick for him. And I don't think any way in the world you talk somebody into giving a 3rd. I've heard 2nd and 3rd. I don't think that happens. If you do, it's the greatest trade in the history of the Indianapolis Colts, honestly. I mean, the guy hasn't played really any football, meaningful football, in over a year. So it starts with the Dolphins. That'd be your first of your additional 5 wins. And then we have to have a big win. We have to have a win, guys, that it really is not counted on this year. I look at the Ravens. We played so well against them last year. I know this year's a different year. I think the Ravens are a beatable football team. But you got to deal with Lamar Jackson. You got to deal with the fact that they have a really, really, really good head coach. I think John Harbaugh's got it together, man. I think he's an elite head coach, and that's why they win so many games. That you're kind of scratch your head with the Ravens. You're like, how the hell did they win this football game? But I think we got to get this win. That's part of that path. The 49ers, it's going to be another difficult game. Kyle Shanahan's a masterful offensive game planner, but it's a beatable team. Jimmy G's not that great. My hope is that Lance hasn't been inserted into the starting lineup by that point, because we don't do well against mobile quarterbacks whatsoever. I don't care if you're a little bit mobile or very mobile. We just don't do well against those guys. The Jets. I mean, if you lose to the Jets, I mean, what else? You're probably gonna. If you lose to the Jets, you're probably gonna get one of the first 2 or 3 picks in the NFL draft this year. If we're being honest, the Patriots got a rookie quarterback. I know it's Bill Belichick, but you got a rookie quarterback. You got to handle business, man. You got to beat the Patriots. And then the Raiders. I know they started off 3-0. Last year they started off 6-2. They're still just not that great of a team. They don't scare me. I'm not going to say that they cannot and will not, have a good year and make the playoffs, but they don't scare me as much as some of these other teams. Bills, Bucks, and Cardinals are the 3 teams that I feel like that we're probably just not in that same class. I think they're just better than us right now. I hope we right the ship. I hope we change things. I hope we get momentum going. But you can allow yourself to lose those football games and still go down this path. So you got to beat the Dolphins. You got to beat the Ravens. You got to beat the Jets, the 49ers, the Patriots, the Raiders. You got to get something out of that. So you've got, in this grouping, the Dolphins, Ravens, Niners, Jets, Patriots, and Raiders, you got to come away with 5 victories. You can allow yourself to lose one of those football games and still get in there. If you want to win all 6 of those games, now you got 11-win season if you win your other division games. But you really and truly, guys, you have got to come away with 5 victories out of those 6 games. I want to hear what you guys got to say. Do we even have a chance at making the playoffs? How many games? Predict it. Put it in the comments. How many games are going to win? 5 games, 6 games, 10 games, 11 games, 9 games, 8 games. No games. I mean, we want to know. But you're going to have to go out there and start this week with taking care of business against Jacoby Brissett. You're going to have to pull off some sort of a really, not a miracle, but a very good Monday night game against Lamar Jackson. And we all know how he plays when the lights come on. You're going to have to do something against that Kyle Shanahan offense. The Jets are the Jets. They're not a very good football team right now either. Rookie quarterback. We're going to have to do something special. The Patriots, another rookie quarterback. You like to win against all of those rookies, right? Like you'd like to get those wins against those rookie quarterbacks. And we'll see, with the Raiders, we'll see how, maybe later in the season, they might not be playing for a whole lot, to be honest with you. They might, the way they're playing right now, they may have it cinched in. And it may be a game where they don't need to win the game at all. They rest their players. And, we do need to win, to top out that division. But we gotta dominate the division, man. We got to win the next 5 division games or all of this is off the table. And it starts this week, week 4. This is make or break. This is season ending for me. If we lose this football game this weekend, in my opinion, it's season ending. It's over. It's over before it ever got started. And that's just a nightmare for, all the hopes that we had as Indianapolis Colts football fans. Until next time, like, rate, review, subscribe, share. We're looking to get an extra, 10 people to like this video. We're looking to get an extra 10 people to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for your feedback. And we look forward to seeing the new people who join the family. Take care.